Good morning, guys. So last class, we were seeing 4-bit magnitude comparator and we started with decoders. So today we shall see decoder with enable input. Having an enable input actually helps in expanding the input and output lines of the decoder. We shall see those with example, but before that, let us just see a 2 to 4 decoder with enable input. So for 2 to 4 decoder, we know this is our input. So here let me take this input to be A and B and let the outputs be D0, D1, D2 and D3. And let the enable input be denoted as E. Okay. If you are not going to have any enable input, your truth table for this 2 to 4 decoder will be simply like this actually. So you will be having D0, D1, D2, D3. So for 0, 0, except for D0, all others will be disabled. So if I am going to implement this decoder using NAND gate, I was mentioning yesterday. So if I am going to implement this decoder using NAND gate, only this D0 will be having an output 0. All the others will have the output 1. For 0, 1, this will be 1, 0, 1, 1. And for 1, 0, except for D2, all others will be 1. And for 1, 1, this is going to be 1, 1, 1, 0. This is the case if I am going to implement it using NAND gate. If I am going to implement this using AND gate, the output zeros and ones have to be reversed. Okay, wow. So now with this table itself, we shall include an enable input. So with an enable input, what we are going to do is, we will choose a condition such a way that for one value of enable, the decoder is made to function as the decoder itself, and for another value it will not do any operation, or you can say it is going to remain in some other state. So here let us consider the case when E is equal to 1, the decoder is disabled, because we are using NAND gates. So this is the easiest way for us to consider. And for E is equal to 0, the circuit functions as decoder. Functions as decoder. So I am just including that input. So for E is equal to 0, I am making the circuit to function as decoder. And for E is equal to 1, irrespective of my input values, whatever may be the value, it can be 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 or 1, 1. Whatever may be the value, I am going to have the output as 1. Okay, that means if all the inputs are 1, the decoder is not functioning as a decoder. That you have to understand. So let us see the diagram for this. So we have the enable input, E, then we have the input A, and next we have the input B. In an AND gate, if any input is 0, the output is 1, and if all the inputs are 1, output is 0. Right? This is what our NAND gate operation is. So now with respect to this, we have, so the first case is E is equal to 0, that is E bar. A is equal to 0, A bar, and B is equal to 0. If I give this to an AND gate, I am going to get D naught, right? And if E is equal to 0, A is equal to 0, and B is equal to 1. This corresponds to D1. Next, E is equal to 0, A is equal to 1, and B is equal to 0. That corresponds to D2.
Ma'am, E bar na 1 na ma'am?
E bar na E is equal to 0 means E bar becomes 1 dane.
So first case la E bar, A bar and B bar ellame 1.
Ama. That's why this output alone is 0. Right?
Okay. Nice.
And the last case is E bar, A and B. So this is D3. So this is the diagram for 2 to 4. Sometimes they denote this as 2 to 4 line decoder with enable input using NAND gates. So if you are going to use AND gates, correspondingly your output value changes. That's all. Other than that, the gate alone has to be changed. Rest of them will remain the same thing. Okay. Because with AND gate, if all the inputs are 1, your output is 1. So that alone you have to worry about. Other than that, everything is same. Okay, va? So this is our 2 to 4 decoder with enable input. So having this enable input actually helps us to implement higher level decoders. So let us see an example. We shall use block diagram representation. Construct a 4 to 16 decoder using 3 to 8 decoders. Okay, this sort of questions you can come across in many places. So as such, with the 4 to 16 decoder, you need to have 4 inputs. Let us consider the input to be W, X, Y, and Z. And for 16 outputs, let us consider this to be D0, D1, etc. up to D15. Okay, va? With 3 to 8 decoder, we are to implement the functionality of 4 to 16 decoder. So let us see how we can do this. So 3 to 8 decoder. I have 3 inputs and you are going to get 8 outputs. Okay, let us consider you have an enable input also. So how do you think you can make this work? Any idea? So what we can do is, so we know if we are going to have 4-bit input, we have the combinations varying from 0000 to 0001. Likewise, till 7 you will be having 0111. Then you will be having for 8 it is 1000. That is, these 3-bit combination are going to repeat. Okay, so you will be having this is 0001. Likewise, you go till 1111, right? So what you can do is you could consider this W as the enable input and this XYZ to be common inputs to a to 3 to 8 decoder. So we can have another 3 to 8 decoder. So let us have this common inputs. So this is X, Y, and Z. Okay. So from 000 to 111, this will vary and I will get D0 to D7. Now to differentiate between these two decoders, we have this enable input. So for that purpose, I use this W input. So I give this as for one gate, I give it as it is. And the other one, I take the invert of it and give it. So this is my W. So here, if W is equal to 0, the top 3 to 8 decoder functions as decoder as such, and when W is equal to 1, the bottom decoder functions. Okay, va? So this implies for XYZ varying from 000 to 111 and for W equal to 0. Okay, you will get the output D0 to D7. And when W is equal to 1, I get this output. So here again, this is from 000 to 111. However, here the most significant bit is 1. So that is ranging from D8 to D15. Okay, va? Do you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
So how you are making to work? That is what is the problem over here. Okay. For one value of the enable input, one decoder should function, and for another value, the other one should function. Such a way that you get all the possible outputs. Okay, va? So same way you could actually try to implement any higher order decoders. Sometimes there may be a combination of decoders you use to make this make a higher order decoder. That is, for example, using using 3 to 8 decoder and 2 to 4 decoder. How could you construct a 5 to 32 line decoder? Like all these, you will get questions. So you have to just use the critical thinking to get the answer for it. Okay, va? Okay. So now, next we shall move on to encoders. So we have seen decoders. So decoder is something where you have minimum number of inputs and you are getting greater than the input bit size output. So with encoders, it is the reverse of this decoders. So here you will be having 2 power n inputs, or you can always have less than or equal to case. The same that applies with decoders, and you can have n outputs. So you have 2 power n inputs and n outputs. Okay, this is going to function reverse of decoder. So let us consider a 8 to 3 encoder. Or you could say this is octal to binary encoder. Okay, so here let us consider D0 to D7 as the inputs, D5, D6 and D7. These are your inputs. And let us consider X, Y, and Z to be the outputs. So here you are going to have only one value to be 1 at a time. So this implies when D naught is equal to 1, it is binary 0. For D1 equal to 1, it is 0, 0, 1. And D2 equal to 1, 0, 1, 0. D3 equal to 1. You have it as 0, 1, 1. D4 equal to 1. It is 1, 0, 0. D5 is equal to 1. You have 1, 0, 1. And D6 is equal to 1, 1, 1, 0. And D7 is equal to 1, 1, 1, 1. Here also you can consider the reverse case, that is for the corresponding input alone you have 0 and rest of the inputs to be 1. You can implement it that way also. So now you are to find the expression for X, Y, and Z. So here you need not have any table and all, because at a time only one input is 1. So here X value is equal to 1 when D4 is equal to 1, D5 is equal to 1, D6 is equal to 1, and D7 is equal to 1. So you can give the expression for X as D4 plus D5 plus D6 plus D7. Okay. Similar way for Y, here you have D2, D3, D2 plus D3 plus this is 6 and 7. So D6 plus D7. And for Z, you have D1 plus D3 plus D5 plus D7. Okay. This is what our 823 encoder looks like. Okay, you can simply draw it actually. You have all the 8 inputs. Five, 6, 7, and 8. So D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, and D7. So 4, 5, 6, and 7 given to an OR gate, we can get X. Then 2, 3, 6, and 7 gives me Y. And 1, 3, 5, and 7 gives us Z. So this would be the logic diagram for 823 encoder. So here in this, actually we have some disadvantage. So disadvantages with encoders. So for example, we are considering, so first case, as such with encoders, you need to have any of the one input should have the value of 1, right? That is what is our encoder. But if by mistake you are having 1 in, suppose D1 is equal to 1 and D2 is also equal to 1. This is happening by some error. Okay, va? So what will be the value of X, Y and Z?
Yes, ma'am.
By some error, you are having the value of D1 to be 1 and also D2 to be 1. So what will be your value of X, Y and Z?
Like ஒரே இதுலயா ma'am? Like in the same row, both D1 and D2 are 1.
You need not see it from the table. From the expression, let me know, because that is what your circuit is being implemented with, right? This is what is expected, but by some error, I am getting it like this. So in that case, what will be my X, Y and Z? From these expressions, you give me the answer.
Ma'am, Y and Z will
Yes.
be 1, ma'am.
So X is equal to 0 and Y is equal to 1 and Z is equal to 1. But as per our condition, if D1 is 1, our output should have been 0, 0, 1. If D2 is equal to 1, our output should have been 0, 1, 0. But what are we getting here? We are not getting either of these output, right? We are getting totally a new output, which is 0, 1, 1. When are we actually supposed to get this new output 0, 1, 1? Only when D3 is equal to 1. So this is a disadvantage with this type of encoder. Okay. So we will see what we can do in order to overcome this error. So what the solution proposed for this is, you give priority to the inputs. So giving priority to the inputs, we can overcome this error. For example, I may give priority to the higher subscript value. So in that case, if this D1 and D2 are equal to 1, how we are to design the system is, I am giving priority to the higher subscript. So I will consider this D2 alone to be 1 and I will be having the output as 0, 1, 0. Okay. You are not totally getting an unwanted output. You will be giving priority to the input and you get an output related to that. Okay, va? So that is one way of overcoming this error. And another thing is,
Ma'am, can you explain this priority thing once again?
that is, here I am having two inputs to have the value of 1. D1 and D2 are equal to 1, right? So by meaning of priority, what we do is, we give, you can take any ways actually. You can give priority to either lower subscript input or higher subscript input. It is entirely up to our design actually. So if suppose I am considering that I give priority to this higher subscript, okay, this is what I am going to do. So if D1 and D2 are equal to 1, what I do is, I design the system such a way that if D2 is equal to 1, you don't bother about the lower subscript values, that is D1 or D0, you need not bother about it. Give me the output of 0, 1, 0. Or you could say, if I am going to have D5 and D7 to be 1. In such case also, I can say that you please don't bother about this D5, give me the output of 1, 1, 1. That is what is meant as priority. Now you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that is one of the case. So one thing is giving priority to this. Another thing is, what they do is include a valid output option. That is, in order to say whether the obtained input combination is valid or not. This indicates whether the obtained input corresponds to a valid combination or not. We will see example for this, so don't worry about it. And another cases or another disadvantage is with when all the inputs are 0. When all the inputs are 0, what will be your output? When all D0 to D7 are 0, what will be your output?
XYZ will become 0.
Yes, X, Y, and Z is equal to 0. However, when are you supposed to get this X, Y, Z value equal to 0? You are supposed to get it only when our D1 value is equal to 1, right? So this valid input also helps with rectifying this error also. Okay. So this output is expected only when D0 is equal to 1. So these are disadvantage with the normal encoders. So for that purpose, we go for priority encoder. Okay. So to overcome the disadvantages in these encoders, we go for priority encoder. This is usually asked for 2 marks. What are the disadvantages of an encoder and how you can overcome it? Okay, va? So we shall see this priority encoder with a 4-to-2 encoder. So here, let us assume that we give priority to the higher subscript input. Assume priority is given to higher subscript input. Also, we include a valid output which will take care of the case when all the inputs are equal to 0 also. Okay, va? So here with respect to this, if we are going to write the table, we have D0, D1, D2 and D3 as inputs. Valid output validates the input combination. Our output, let it be X, Y, and let B be the valid output. Okay. So the first case we shall validate is if all the inputs are 0. So in that case, let us not bother about this X and Y and say that it is an invalid input combination. Okay. That is denoted with B is equal to 1. Okay, va? Now, when D0 is equal to 1. So when D0 is equal to 1 and all the higher subscript values are 0. In that case alone, I should get the XY to be 0 and this is a valid input combination. Now, if suppose I have this D0 to be 1 and D1 is also 1. So this can take 0 or 1 and my D1 is also 1. The other higher subscript values are 0. In that case, I should get the output to be 0, 1. Okay. So irrespective of my lower subscript D0 combination, if my D1 value is equal to 1 and D2, D3 is equal to 0, I should get the output as 0, 1. Okay, va? Same way for the other higher subscript values. So irrespective of D0 and D1 value, if D2 is equal to 1 and D3 equal to 0, I should get the output 1, 0. Similar way, irrespective of the lower subscript values, if D3 is equal to 1, I should get the output as 1, 1. Okay, this D is equal to 1 implies these are valid input combinations. Okay, do you understand this? The table, do you understand?
மேம் சோ இதே மாதிரி லோவர் சப்ஸ்கிரிப்ட்க்கு பிரையாரிட்டி கொடுத்து பண்ணலாமா மேம்?
ஆமா. அந்த கேஸ்ல you will be having this as, if I am going to give lower subscript priority, D0 should have a 1 and all these D1, D2 and D3 will be a don't care for 0, 0. Okay. And here this will be 0, 1 and don't care in D2, D3. Okay. Let us see that table also. Okay. This is giving priority to the higher subscript. After completing this circuit, we shall see for lower subscript input also. Okay. So now we need to find the expression for X, Y and B. So for X, Y and B, so our inputs are D0, D1, D2 and D3. So D0, D1, D2, D3. So for X, Y and B. So here you have the combinations. For 0, 0, 0, 0, you have don't care in X as well as Y. And then we have X is equal to 1 for the combination X, X, 1, 0 and X, 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 1. So which implies this 2X can take the values 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. Right? So the corresponding minterms for this is 0, 0, 1, 0 is 2, 0, 1, 1, 0 is 6, 1, 0, 1, 0 is 10 and 1, 1, 1, 0 is 14. Okay. As it is given with X mark for those inputs, you have to consider all the possible combinations. Similar way, for these 3X, you have to consider 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1, 1. So with respect to that, this is 0, 0, 0, 1. So 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 3, 0, 1, 0, 1, 5, 0, 1, 1, 1. So 7, 1, 0, 0, 1, 9, 1, 0, 1, 1, 11, 1, 1, 0, 1, 13, 1, 1, 1, 1, 15. So for all these values you have, so X of D0, D1, D2, D3 is summation. I am just arranging it. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15. Okay, ba? This is what is the minterm combination for X, and you have a don't care at 0. Okay, so filling the table, I have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, then 9, 10, 11, then 13, 14 and 15. These are the values we have for the table. So now here, how can you form the group?
2 octets.
Yes, 2 octets. So you have, this is 1 octet and this is the next octet. And thereby you have the expression for X to be D2 plus D3. Okay. Now, similar way for y. So for y, we have fill the don't care over here with 0, and we have this is x100. That gives me a 1. So this x can take either a 0 or 1. So that is nothing but 0, 1, 0, 0, 4 and 1, 1, 0, 0. So 12. And x, 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 1. So this is corresponding to this combination, right? So here for the midterms, we have 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 15. Okay, va? So 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13 and 15. Sorry, 11 is here. I made a mistake there. So 11 is this box. Okay. So now here you have a octet over here and you have a quad over here, right? So the expression for y is D3 plus D1 D2 bar, right? And finally for valid input V, so we have 0 only for 0, 0, 0, 0. So all other places we are having a 1, right? The x actually take care of all those combinations. So here we actually had, that is for x100, you have 4, 12, x1 gives this one, xx10 has these combinations, and we also have the 8. So combining all these, that is this one, and this one along with the 8, right? So you have all the terms 1, 2, 3, etc. up to 15. Okay, wow. So now grouping this, so we group it as 4 octets. So you have this octet, this one, then you have this one, and you have this one. Okay, so the expression for V is, so for the lower octet you get D0, and just above that one you get D1, and for those 2 octets we have D2 plus D3. So drawing the diagram for this, you have D0, D1, D2 and D3. So for X it is D2 plus D3. So we give it to an OR gate and get X. For Y you have D3, then D1, D2 bar. So D1, for D2 bar you have an OR gate. So this gives Y, and for B all these are ORed. So you can give this as all the inputs can be given to a 4 input OR gate, or you can use this OR gate also as one of the combination and give it, no problem with it. Okay, so this is my, so this is our 4 to 2 priority encoder, where we have given priority to the higher subscript value. So I will just give you the table where you can give priority to the lower subscript value. So if priority is given to the lower subscript input, so in that case, the truth table will be D0, D1, D2, D3, X, Y, and B. So if all the inputs are 0, we are going to have the same case. That is, we are not bothered about the XY values. We say the input combination is invalid one. Now, as we are giving priority to the lower subscript, we have 1 over here, and irrespective of my values in the other higher subscript, I am supposed to get the value 0, 0. Then 0, 1 and don't care in the higher subscript. That will give me the output 0, 1. Then 0, 0, 1 and don't care should give me 1, 0 in the output. And finally 0, 0, 0, 1 should give me 1, 1, 1. Okay. So based on this combination, your whole truth table, that is the input combinations, or to find the map, the values entirely change. That you have to take care. For V, there is no change. However, for X and Y, you will be having changes, because for here the X value are equal to 1 for 0, 0, 1X, which implies this can take value 0 and 1. That corresponds to 0, 0, 1, 0 is 2 and 0, 0, 1, 1 is 3. And similarly, you have 0, 0, 0, 1, which corresponds to 1. So X is equal to summation 1, 2 and 3 along with the don't care 0, right? And for Y, you have 0, 1, this don't care. So here this can take 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1, which corresponds to 0, 1, 0, 0 is 4, 0, 1, 0, 1 is 5, 0, 1, 1, 0 is 6, 0, 1, 1, 1 is 7. And you also have this 0, 0, 0, 1. So Y is equal to summation 1, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus the don't care at 0. V value is same, because except for 0, 0, 0, all other combinations are going to have. Okay. So accordingly, your expression changes. Okay, if we are going to implement this X, Y, the expression for X and Y mainly changes. So you can just work that out. Okay. Okay, so let us finish today's class with this. Thank you guys.